Ah, Frere! Frere, hello, 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 hello. I appreciate you. Hey, man, I'm like super sorry that I haven't been online and whatnot. How was your hell dive? I'm just trying to figure out what we're gonna do. I'm just trying to make sure that all the settings are good and we're streaming on everything. Okay, all right, good. We are. All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Commissar Hecht. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Warhammer Wednesday, Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. I am your host, as always, and we are always raising money for charity for the UNHCR. It's exhausting during the facts. Facts. It is exhausting. It hurts something different when you're streaming during the week. Like shit, I barely have energy streaming on the weekends. Oh, I'm telling you that. Like gaming at 37 hits a whole lot different. I was debating not doing this, doing the part two, but I realized with this upcoming PCS, I am going to not have a whole lot of stuff anymore. I'm gonna try and save at least some of the painting material, um, just to have some. Because here's the thing, if I do end up having to stay a month behind, I'm gonna go fucking nuts by myself. I'm 37. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll be 38 in October, so I'm an old man. But yeah, if I PCS or if I get delayed in leaving with my girls and my wife, and I have to stay until July, I will be by myself for like a whole 30 days, 31 plus days, and I'm not looking forward to it. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm trying to look on the bright side, and if I have to stay, I'm staying an extra 30 days in Japan, which is nice. Whatever, I can, I'm technically by myself, right? Well, not technically, I will be by myself, so, I can come and go as I please during the day, right? If I have days off, I'll be able to. Oh, there's my tea water. Sorry about that. We're gonna let that steep a little bit, um, and then we'll get on it. We'll let it steep for a good 3 minutes. Anyway, um, what was I gonna say? Yeah. So if I have to stay behind another month, I'm gonna need something to entertain me. So I'm gonna try. Like I'm gonna have my laptop. Everything else is gonna get packed up. Uh, I think the only thing that I'm not gonna have with me. Yeah, I think everything else is gonna get packed up. Oh man, that's fucking scary. Everything else is gonna get packed up. The desk, the models, the armies. Shit. Wow, that's crazy. Everything's gonna get packed up. Yeah, everything's gonna get packed up. Well, everything's gonna get packed up when we PCS, and that's in. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, in 20 days, I will have, not counting today, that'd be 21. In 20 days, I will have to pack up my entire life. Damn. Holy shit. I didn't think it was that close. But yeah, and then who knows? Who knows where I'm going to be? Uh, but so in 20 days, we're going to pack up the house, and that's it. Jesus, I didn't think it was that close. I mean, it is almost the end of May. Holy hell. Well, that's that. But yeah, so I'm kind of rushing to get all these. I'm rushing to try and get all these models done, uh, because I only have a few. I only have a few days. Realistically, out of those 20 days, I could stream Friday. I'm streaming tomorrow, and that could be painting. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. Work until next Friday. I'll be in Tokyo. So 4. Yeah, I only got like maybe 5 or 6 days left of actual painting before I have to pack everything up. That's crazy. Damn. I thought I had more time. Ooh, that's crazy. All right, well, let's get to it. Can't be really lamenting about it now. But how are you, Frere? How have you been? How have you been getting on?
Oh, I said 10 minutes. That was 2 minutes ago. Let me go get my tea. Oh, Empire Strikes Back was released 21 May. Huh, shocking. Okay, back to it. Something told me that I got a notification saying that it was broken. The stream was broken. It doesn't look broken to me. Okay. Why did it tell me it was broken? Why did I get a notification that it was busted? Alright, well, screw it. If it breaks, it breaks. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I've got painting to do. Listen to tunes as I paint because I need to. My baby want a Birkin. Been telling me all night long. Gasoline and groceries. This goes on and on. 5 to 5 ain't working. How do I work so hard? Worry about my problems. I can take 'em when I'm gone. 1, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. There's another round, we need 30 more. Second round, we need a dance floor. Oh my, good lord. Double shot of whiskey. Jack Daniels got a history. Party around town near 5th Street. Everybody in the club getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. For a change. Everybody forget. Oh Lord. What a.m. Sit again. Bring a friend. Oh Lord. 1. Here come the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Another round, you need 30 more. There's up and down the channels, you don't need a dance floor. Oh my, good lord. A double shot of whiskey. Jack Daniels got a history. There's a party in the town near 5th Street. Everybody in the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. 1, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. His last call and the kick is at the door. They kind of late, but the ladies want more. Oh my, good lord, drinks on me. A double shot of whiskey. They don't mean Jack Daniels got a history. There's a party downtown near 5th Street. Everybody in the car getting tipsy. A double shot of whiskey. Jack Daniels got a history. Bottle shot of Red Street. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Just in the kitchen. The shit behind his eyes. Kitchen shows up a tale. The fact that he was up for sale. So business was only put down trade. Town hall he used to build his name. In the kitchen. Do name until it's gone. Fucking bot. Time ago, it was a sinful man. The only road was a sketch of hands. And himself the temperature of the failures face to face. It is for in despair and then reject his ass. That sad alpha man was quite disturbed. He was wasn't hers. Said he would say surround the way would you be interested. I ho you simple man, you were never affection, you sexual fame everywhere was up for in the mirror. No, the simple man, you deserve a rejection. You say your respect to come off as sincere. Alpha man, never shared. Every house the sugar shelf is near. So be heard. Find ways to disturb. That sad alpha man has put his place. Many times, many things, but have thrown his face. With the alpha man deserves to jail. Is a he on the got the else. Oh, simple man, you are perfection. Your everywhere. What's up further in the mirror? No simple man, you reserve your rejection. There's respect to come off as sincere. In the mirror. Mm-hmm. Never sleeping. Just my time. Just let me trust, let me burn. Oh, oh, down just now, just taking a beating. The man down. She's a drop dead stone cold killer. Her finger on her lips and the trigger. Now, we're not supposed to wanna be with her. Now she's where she wants me. Now she's over when she touched me. Just another man down. She's a drop dead stone cold killer. Yeah, I'm dying to be with her. Taking over her time since I was wasted. Slaves better take the mic, Caesar fell to the cadence. Caesar gave was my mind. I followed your kisses like cyanide. Was just you out of my mounds. You never stood a chance. Right on my tombstone. The man down. Caesar drop dead stone cold killer. Her finger on her lips and her trigger now. Not supposed to wanna be with her. Now just be where she wants me. Now it's just over when she touched me. There's another man down. She's a drop dead stone cold killer. And yeah, I'm dying to be with her. More man down. One more man down. And down. She's a drop dead stone cold killer. There's a finger on her lips and the trigger. No, we're not supposed to wanna be with her. I do like that song. It's like a it's a weird song that I like, but I like the kind of the music when it comes to like I guess like he's kind of venting kind of this hopelessness of his dating because they're chasing a girl that he is out of his reach, but at the same time I kind of it's almost like a reverse power ballad. I want to say like most power ballads, it's the idolization of that particular woman, or of that particular romance, whatever it is, right? But in this case, it's kind of like a reverse. It's like I know I'm falling into this trap, but I can't because she's that like she's just that impressive. Anyway, I'm rambling, but I feel that that's kind of like the truth of it, as it were. I do like that song. Let's see, there's a song on here that I like too. Oh yeah, this one's a good one. I like this one. I like this one a lot because this particular one is a rematch, or sorry, not a rematch, but a reimagining or a cover of they're called Fort Nowhere. Times are changing. Really cool song. Round people wherever you roam. And it's the haunting voice and the metronome in the back that really sells it. And admit that the waters around you have grown. And expect that there soon you'll be drenched to the bone. If your time for you is worth saving, and you can't start swimming or you'll sink like a stone. For the times they are a-changing. Come writers and critics who prophesize with your pen, and wipe your eyes wide, your chance won't come again. And you'll take too soon, while the world's still in spin. There's no telling who it is naming. For the loser now may be the later to win. For the times they are a-changing. Senators, congressmen, please heed the call. Don't stand in the doorway, don't run up the wall. For he who hits, there to be he who is stalled. The battle outside raging will soon shake your windows and rattle your walls. For the times they are a-changing. Brothers and fathers throughout the land, don't criticize what you can't understand. That'll be me soon. Your sins and your daughters will be beyond your command. Hello, our world is rapidly aging. Please get out of the new one if you can lend a hand. For the times they are a-changing. It's Times They Are Changing by Fort Nowhere. It was a cover off of, I want to say Dylan something. Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan was the original. Ah, damn it! That's why I don't paint with a good shirt on. Ah, it's all right. Water soluble. That'll come out. Yeah, but Fort Nowhere did a cover of it, and it's really good. Word it is gone, like dust it is cast. The true one now will later be fast. Its present now will later be past.
Should I let you finish singing?
Oh, hold on. Hello there, Frere. Welcome to the voice chat.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
This is Frere is on our voice chat. He is also the moderator for the channel. He comes on every once in a
Hello.
while.
Yeah, yeah, here and there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just enjoying a chicken and mayo sandwich.
Oh, chicken and mayo. Chicken is fine. Mayo, not so much. I can't do mayo. Can't do
I
mayonnaise.
think I think it's a Canadian thing, but anyway.
No, no, no. It's very much a Japanese thing too. They put mayonnaise in a lot of things. Tuna and mayo, chicken and mayo.
Mm,
It's in rice balls. It's in.
yeah. I know there's a very particular Japanese mayo as well.
It is a very particular Japanese mayo. It is not as offensive as like American or Canadian mayo. But it's the I still don't. I can't.
Have you seen a movie called The Whole Nine Yards?
No, I have not.
Okay. He makes a dig about how Bruce Willis makes a dig about how Canadians love mayonnaise on their cheeseburgers.
Uh,
And that any American knows that the only acceptable condiment on your cheeseburger is ketchup.
oh no, absolutely, absolutely. You put mayonnaise on a cheeseburger, you've committed a cardinal sin, and
uh,
you shall be excommunicated out of the gates of Washington, where you will be forced to eat nothing but sour cream for the rest of your life.
well, I hate to tell you, but the Big Mac has mayonnaise in its Big Mac sauce. So there you
You're
go.
right, it does, and I will do the traditional American thing and say you're wrong and ignore you.
My wife has actually made a very credible Big Mac sauce recently, so I was very impressed.
Yeah,
She found a recipe for a Big Mac taco, soft shell
you
taco,
know,
which was actually quite
I've been
delicious. I
seeing
was
that
very
recipe.
impressed.
I've been seeing that recipe being kicking around on Instagram and I think it was
Hmm.
on Facebook. One of the Facebook groups I follow shares recipes,
Hmm.
and not that I'm able to cook anything just because of my work schedule, but
Fair enough.
one day I shall actually use the plethora of cookbooks I have gotten for me and my wife, and I will actually, explore my culinary arts. Uh, um, but yeah, yeah, mayonnaise. Again, Japanese mayonnaise, I can kind of tolerate. Still don't like it. Like, like if you gave me Japanese mayonnaise, American mayonnaise, and British mayonnaise, right? Canadian mayonnaise is kind of a mix between British and American. I will take the Japanese one over all of them, but that does
Okay.
not mean I enjoy it. um, as a matter of
Okay.
fact, the only time I will enjoy mayonnaise is that if it's in any sort of like egg salad, tuna salad, chicken, like a chicken salad, like it
Coleslaw?
yeah, kind of a coleslaw,
Mm,
but not a. It can't just be like it can't be on chicken plain, right? It has to be mixed
gotcha.
in with like spices and whatnot. It can't just be the medium of
Mm.
a sauce. It ha there has to be
Yeah, I
something
mean, look,
else.
if it's in a coleslaw, like the way I do it, and this is my mom's recipe, and I'm happy to share it, is it's uh, like for each part mayonnaise, like so, say for instance, you got a fairly decent bowl of chopped up um, carrot and
Cabbage.
cabbage. Yep,
Yeah.
you got it. Sorry. And that could be whatever cabbage you like. So it can be regular cabbage or it could be red cabbage. So that's cool. Um, I would go 1 part coleslaw to half a part Dijon mustard. Then I would add in some white vinegar and a little bit of lemon juice until I'm happy with it. And you just taste it as you go, and until you're happy with it, and then you add it into the salad. So I find that works pretty well. So
Yeah, that's kind of been my stick
hmm
when it comes to like making things that involve mayonnaise. Again, it cannot be the it cannot be a feature. It has to be masked
it's
or hidden.
it's kind of like a base. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, because the main thing you taste after you finish making the sauce, that the way I like it is the mustard and the vinegar. It's not the mayonnaise. That's kind of a carrier. So yeah.
Honestly, people sleep on Dijon mustard.
Oh, I
Um,
love it. I love
Uh,
Dijon mustard. Bacon and Dijon mustard is an absolute beautiful combination. I love it.
I think the one thing I enjoy the most um,
Hmm.
when it comes to like exploring uh, culinary wise is trying to uh, mix your standard like European pub fare. So you've got your your battered shrimp, your battered fish, your
Yep.
you maybe your battered chicken and whatnot, and then mixing in the more Asian aspects. So your sesame, your ginger, your teriyaki glaze or honey glaze, something to that extent.
Yep.
And do it that way. Um, and it turns out great, and you're just like, oh, this is so good, but it's also so bad for you because by the time you're done
Yep.
frying the chicken, it's soaked in grease.
I
um,
think you got to go. You think you got to kind of recognize with most sauces, most, not all, but most, is that they've got a basis in fat.
yeah.
Like recently stopped eating a what was it was called a Benny bagel, right? And what it was the lunch bar near my work does it. It's eggs Benedict in a bagel, and it
That
was.
sounds fantastic.
I tell you what, excuse you'll have to excuse my language here. It was fucking delicious.
That sounds no no no
But it
no.
was so bad for you, honestly. It was
You're
like 1,500 calories in a roll. My God,
a
2,000 calories in a roll. That's
eggs
awful.
Benedict bagel. Oh, that sounds
Ugh.
great. That
Well, if you
sounds.
ever come over here, if you ever in my neck of the woods, I'll take you to the place and I'll buy you one.
Oh my lord.
Um, it is delicious, and I will also take you to the place that does a club sandwich with chips, and it's a full-on club sandwich with triple layer, egg, salad, and everything for $10 Australian.
Oh,
Excellent.
that's a fucking
That's
steal.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they do it that way anymore, but it was going back a couple of years. But
Yeah.
yeah, they used to do this like thing, and it was chips and like this thing was a proper like pub meal, except you didn't have a pint of whatever
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
want on
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
side for $10, and I was like, "Holy crap! You're kidding me, right?" And it was at the most dingiest place on the corner of an industrial strip.
Oh no no no. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about greasy
Uh,
spoons. You,
yeah.
I will never ever ever turn my nose away from a greasy spoon. Like
Oh, there you go.
if you're like, hey mate, there's this hole in the wall next to this like industrial runoff factory. I'm like, where is it? And let's just grub down.
As long as
You
they make good food, you're
you
good. You're there.
you
Yeah, exactly.
you might double your lead intake for the day,
Yeah.
but
Well,
he's
you wouldn't get that here, but anyway.
well, I mean, in America, there's always the chance of having some sort of heavy metal. Um, uh, no,
Yeah.
but honestly, I think the best. I think some of the best diners are the ones that look like you wouldn't want to. They're the ones that you wouldn't want to go into, the ones where you
Yeah.
were like that I'm gonna get killed in, and I prefer those. I prefer those a
Yeah,
lot.
it's actually funny because the place that these club sandwiches were made at, it's right on the corner of this hose manufacturing facility. They make hoses for hydraulic function, and you get some real rough bastards walking into there. And it's just this, you walk in, it's this beautiful, lovely little Asian lady sitting in there going, "What would you like for lunch?" And I'm like, "Club sandwich." "Oh yeah, club sandwich. I'll be right back." And
uh,
she's just so sweet, and it's like, yeah, all right, $10, please. Really? Only $10? Holy crap! Okay.
in in college, so this was way back when. We're gonna turn the Wayback Machine to 2006.
Can I
Uh,
can I tell your viewers who it is?
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
All right, folks, if you're ever going to Perth Airport, and the place is like literally 15 minutes from Perth Airport, if you can drive, it's called Zappa's Lunch Bar. They make a a a full club sandwich and chips for 10 Australian dollars, which is probably about $7.50 US. That's a steal, and it tastes delicious.
Yeah.
Honestly. Oh my god.
Uh, so we're gonna turn the Wayback Machine to 2006. So
Ooh,
get your
okay.
bad haircuts and your parachute pants, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm.
Uh, but no, 2006. I was in college, and there was this in Lowell and Lowell, Massachusetts, and there was this Greasy Spoon diner that it was transformed out of an old rail car. Um,
Okay.
and the hot griddle, you could get like chocolate chip pancakes. Obviously, when we're talking American sizes, the size of my head.
Yeah.
You
That's
could
the way they
get
do portions there, yeah.
you can get eggs and bacon, and I think I paid like only $10. And back then, $10 could go kind of far back in 2006.
Hmm.
And like I would have to roll myself out of there to go to class. And it probably didn't do good for my calorie intake, but oh my god, it was great. It was,
Yeah.
but it sat so heavy in your stomach that you wouldn't need another meal until dinner. you were
Yeah,
just
I've had those.
you were just like, oh, okay, I'm good. And then what was really criminal was is that if you ordered breakfast, right? If you got there before they closed down, you could have unlimited tea or coffee. Now the tea wasn't,
Oh god.
it wasn't the greatest tea, but for those of you who are tea snobs, I'm pretty sure it was just Lipton's bag of tea. Um, and
Which isn't half bad. Let's
no,
put it that way.
no, it isn't half bad, but for those of you who know what I'm talking about, like for those of you who are more teetotal than I am, uh, I don't.
That's,
It's
that's not what teetotaling is, Hecht, but anyway.
oh, I'm sorry. If I remember, I thought teetotaling was like guys that just only drank tea. They snubbed everything
No,
else.
teetotaling is when you don't drink alcohol
Oh,
at
okay.
all.
All right. So,
Yeah, yeah,
okay. All right. I
yeah,
thought I thought it was just no, they only drank tea and that was
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
okay.
teetotaling is an actual belief to not drink alcohol and
Oh,
drink
okay.
other stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I
There you
have
go.
been
There you go. You learned something today.
I
There you
have
go.
used
Happy
that
days.
word wrong for quite a while now. I feel
Yeah.
really dumb.
Although
um,
it wasn't entirely incorrect. So yeah, there you go.
I felt really
Uh,
dumb.
no, 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 no. And in fairness, look, until I actually learned what it was, I wouldn't have known either. So there you go. We've just both learned something. So
Yeah.
there you go.
But so if you were an absolute, like, if you knew what tea was and you had a bit of an affinity for tea, um, it uh, you wouldn't consider this diner tea. It was just pretty bad. It will wake you up. It will wake you up, but kerosene
Mm.
would be more.
Oh, okay. That bad, eh?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, it burned going down, but it was great, waking you up. Um, could be used for paint thinner, really.
Oh, good lord.
uh,
Mm.
but it for a very very money tight college guy, I was thankful for it. Um,
Hmm. Hmm.
um, but yeah, I love greasy spoons. I love hole in the wall diners. I love um, like a mom and
Oh,
pop.
I'm not going to disagree because I'm a massive sauce. Like if I taste a great sauce, like I will lick it off the pan. It's like a really nice cream sauce. Oh my god, it's like my wife made a really nice one the other day,
Yeah, yeah.
and I was just like, oh hun, I'm just like, you right there? Would you like me to leave you two alone?
uh, there's this Instagram profile. I forget. It's this British bloke that's doing a lot of like dishes and whatnot, and it's like one of his series is everything butter. One of his series is everything soups. One of his
Mhm.
series I think is everything salads or something like that. And he basically like breaks down like the chemistry of each of like the butters
Ooh,
and whatnot. But then he actually tells you how to make it. Um,
right, right.
and it's like in a 2 minute, a minute 30-second video. Because it's
Ooh.
on Instagram. But oh my god, and he was talking about cowboy butter, and I never heard cowboy butter ever in my life
Cowboy
until I
butter.
yeah. So cowboy butter is basically you cook a steak, you take the burnings off of the steak pan, right? You can grill the steak or you can sear it. If you
Right.
grill it, you're not going to be able to get like the leftovers of the pan. But if you sear it and then grill, right?
Yeah.
You can get like some of the initial fats off of it.
Oh, so it's like the leavings. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
gotcha.
yeah, 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 yeah. And then some of the burnt
Mm-hmm.
like seasonings off of it. And then
Mm-hmm.
you churn it into a butter, and you have additional stuff like garlic. If you want it spicy, you put in some like cayenne pepper or whatever kind of
Mm.
desire you want.
Yeah, I've done something similar to that to make a sauce. Yeah. Okay. Go
And
on.
and
Yeah.
then and then you then take that cowboy butter and you dip that into the steak. It's almost like a chimichurri, if you're
Wow.
familiar with that. Um, and when I heard about it, I was just like, "Oh, I gotta try it." I have yet to try it because even he was like saying, "If you make this, only make it sparingly because it's a lot of fat." He was like, "There's nothing,
Yeah.
there's nothing healthy about cowboy butter." He was like, "If you're trying to count calories, fucking forget it."
Yeah.
um, but yeah, it just it sounds so good. Sounds so good, and so good for you. But yeah, but to answer your question, because you asked on the Discord about a few days ago, I am trying to PCS, and I've only got a few more days, about 20 days before my house gets packed up. Um, and here's the fun part: I don't know where I'm supposed to go. Uh, we're My wife is currently going through the medical process to the base that we have been selected to go to,
Okay.
um, because of her particular um, health concerns that we have. Because I think I told you, she got med boarded out. She got medically retired, um,
Mm.
and that did happen. So May 13th, she it was no longer in the United States military. She is now a retired technical sergeant. Um, and uh, the issue is that now she has to go through what's called EFMP, which is the Exceptional Family Medical Program. Um,
Uh,
and basically, what it's saying is, basically that program is like, hey, you're about to PCS. Let's make sure that the base can take care of you. Now, I have been to Edwards. Edwards was actually my first base, before I moved to England for 5 years. I was at Edwards for about a year and some change, about a year and a half. Um, it was I had a decent
flight and decent friends there. But the problem is that um, even as a single airman, Edwards didn't have a whole lot there. Um,
Mm.
uh, you could drink if you were lucky and uh, you know, found someone you could date. Uh, and that was really about it. For single airmen, there was really not a whole lot. The dating scene for single airmen was you went out to a bar and you hope you got lucky. Um, and then
Pretty narrow.
yeah, it was it. Well, have you ever played New Vegas?
Yeah.
Basically that. It was it. No,
So basically, you gotta go into New Vegas and go to the Gomorrah in order to get a date.
well,
Is what you're
not
saying.
even that, not even that. It's so you know how there's just desert and Joshua trees in New Vegas.
Yeah.
That's basically Edwards. Um, Edwards is in the
Okay.
middle of the high Mojave Desert. Um, if
Oh.
you the Air Force Base um, in New Vegas, the Boomers, where the Boomers are,
Yeah.
um, that's
Um.
loosely based off of Nellis Air Base, which is right next to Vegas, but it's also loosely based off of Edwards Air Force Base, which is about a 4-hour drive. um,
Yeah, yeah. Because McCarran in that game was taken up by the NCR, if I remember
NCR,
right.
yes, yes.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so
Which got wiped out in the television series. Spoilers.
uh, I wanted to wait until the whole season finished, but then I was just like, I really,
Well, if you're halfway through it, you already know that. So.
eh. Well, I was like, like it's not a bad show. I was just like,
Actually, I thought the show was pretty good.
yeah,
I
no,
actually enjoyed it.
it's not a
Yeah.
bad show. There were some things I questioned. Uh,
Oh yeah.
yeah, well, I don't necessarily like I mean, I understand that the Brotherhood of Steel stole religious aspects, right? Because all of their ranks, paladin, scribe, all that stuff. I just didn't like the priest blessing them. That was kind of my thing. I was just like, that was iffy for me. There was a priest waving an aspelager on the
Okay.
paladins.
Okay. Yep. Fair
Um,
enough.
and I was just like, I don't. I mean, maybe in Fallout 1 and 2 they were more religious in their aspect. So because I haven't played Fallout 1 or 2, I joined in 3, and the Brotherhood
Mm.
in the Brotherhood of Steel in Fallout 3 was very secular and very like um,
They're very technology focused.
well,
Yep.
not just technology focused, but they were super secular. Like even Elder Lyons said, "Yeah, I technically cut ties with the Brotherhood in California because they told me that the people of the Capital Wasteland don't matter, and I told them to kick fucking rocks." Um,
Yeah.
and then if you bought
Yeah. But
and
the problem with that was
mm,
who was sitting under him as the um, successor to his throne. It was Maxim,
oh yeah,
who was
yeah,
who was the bloodline to the founders of the Brotherhood of Steel.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
you can kind of see the direction that he would have gone in.
No, absolutely. And
Yeah,
in Fallout 4, Maxim's like,
yeah,
yeah, no, I do not like Elder Lions.
yeah.
Um,
I think he lived in based on what I saw in Fallout 3, he kind of lived in somewhat fear of Elder Lance. So I think he was in a position to kind of just openly defy him because he was the legitimate,
yeah,
in that sense. It it would have been kind of bloodlines more than
yeah,
electional type circumstances. So yeah, if that was the way the succession of the Brotherhood went, fair enough, and he would have been well within his right to say, this is the way we're doing things, So, yeah. But I get your point. Yeah.
Yeah. So to me, I was just like, I don't know. So again, I don't know what the California Brotherhood, if the California Brotherhood of Steel is more
Yeah.
religious, then okay, all right, fine. It was just it was just an aesthetic that I was just like, I think they leaned too hard into the religious aspect, where these
Yeah.
guys were supposed to be just technology, because we do have the religious aspect in Fallout New Vegas, which is the founders of the apocalypse, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
They're not only a religious aspect because they believe in God and all that stuff, but they're also like Doctors Without Borders. So there was that side of the coin. But
I think also on the East Coast, sorry, not the East Coast, the West Coast, because the New California Republic existed in that universe, right? It is much more believable that they would have been driven underground into a more isolationist type environment where they would have pushed a more devout aspect of what they were doing,
yeah,
if
yeah,
that
yeah,
makes sense. Because when you get driven into that type of environment, what do? You fall back on your beliefs, right?
yeah,
Um, the NCR kind of drove them into that environment. So you can kind of see that as believable. Um, the West Coast coming over as a takeover force, especially with the airship. Yeah, I don't know because Elder Maxim wasn't involved with it. I would have been a little bit more elated if I saw Elder Maximin come in the series and said, "This is what we're going to do," because it was kind of within the same time period he would have been an old man, if you know what I mean. So, um,
but again,
yeah,
he was in
the th-
Boston for the majority of his
correct. Yeah, he was in the what do they call it? The
Commonwealth.
Commonwealth.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So there was some territory to explore there and expand on but the Brotherhood kind of became more of a counterpoint, if you know what I mean. So it became more of a point of conflict for one of the main characters, other than an actual system in the television series, rather than so
yeah.
it became a counterpoint for one of the characters rather than an actual system to um, kind of undertake and think, oh, what do they do? What do they do? What's their role in this area? And yeah, I was. Have you seen the end of the season yet?
No, I haven't. I haven't.
All right, I'll shut up then because
Okay.
you'll be surprised with what you see at the end of the season. Okay, the city you see at the end of the season, you'll be like, oh, I know that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You can see it. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you'll see it and you're like, oh, they're going there. Okay, cool. That's where the next season's going to take place. Okay, cool.
Huh, huh. Hey, I've been there.
Yeah,
uh,
well, you probably have. Yeah.
um,
In game at least.
in
Yeah,
game
yeah,
at
yeah.
least. Yeah. So, but Edwards is basically it's in the middle of the high Mojave Desert. There's not a
Yeah.
whole lot there. Resource wise, there is a VA clinic, but the problem is that it serves a pretty high population density already, because outside of Edwards there ain't nothing.
Right.
But about 45 minutes away, there's Lancaster Palmdale, and Lancaster Palmdale is a fairly large uh, conglomerate of two basically towns into a cityscape. It's the larger cityscapes outside of Los Angeles, past the Los Angeles mountain range, um, and the San Bernardino mountain range, for that matter. Um, and again, it's what Caitlin has requires specialists, and the concern is that um, Edwards
Mm,
just does not have either the specialists are there, or the specialists are there, but they will not either accept our TRICARE which is our health insurance, or they are because they're out of network, or they are not accepting anyone new because the system's already loaded.
And when you say out of network, I'll take it you're talking about insurance.
Yes, yes.
Ugh. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard about that particular issue, and yeah, we don't see an awful lot of it here. So,
Yeah, well, that's
um,
because, unlike the rest of the civilized world, America has this weird fetishism for, corporatist
mhm.
policies. And
Fair enough.
I'm just gonna
I know you're in a bit of a tight spot with that because of your service.
I'm
Yeah,
just gonna let me just say this right now. My viewpoints are my own and do not represent the United States military, nor the Air Force, nor any other military affiliation with the Department of Defense. With that being said,
Hmm.
your boy believes in healthcare being a right, not a privilege. Uh, that's all I'll say on that.
Actually, no, I completely agree because if you're in, let me be clear here. If you're in a car accident and you get, it's of no fault of your own. Someone say T-boned you because they run a red light. It shouldn't be your consideration to have to pay healthcare for that, for any treatment you need to receive as a result of that.
Oh no, I mean, there. So here's the thing. Any sort of
I'm using that as a loose example.
no,
But
no, no. I get it. I get it. And
yeah,
don't.
yeah,
I want to disabuse anyone of thinking that any accident that is through no fault of your own isn't necessarily not covered. You just have to sue the individual for the monetary
yeah.
damage, which is
But
a extra step that is awesome. Hey, you've had a traumatic experience with your body through no fault of your own.
and I'll go an extra step to say, if you have to go and do that, that engages a certain number of industries which can be opportunistic.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It shouldn't have to happen. Like,
No, no,
honestly,
no. It shouldn't have to happen, and you're absolutely right about that. Um,
yeah,
Again, it's
yeah.
can't really say
So,
anything, but it's great.
yes. But yeah, I'll shut up now. I'm getting you into trouble. Sorry.
It's all right. It's okay. It's all right.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
But yeah, I mean, look, different countries around the world decide to operate their different industries in different ways and their insurance companies in different ways. I just happen to like the way that they happen to be here. So that's, for the
um,
majority of accidental things, we are pretty well covered here. So,
yeah. So
yeah.
the basically the crux of our biscuit is do we is Edwards capable of supporting my wife's needs? I
Yeah.
am of the firm belief that it is not because I
Right.
looked into Los Angeles because let's say Lancaster can't accept us or Palmdale can't accept us. Those
Yeah.
particular clinics that can cater to my wife's needs. Which, by the way, there is a whopping one each in those cities.
Oh,
Um, Ed,
wow.
uh,
That's
yeah,
not many.
yeah, that's not many. Uh, uh, Los Angeles, which you would think, it's got Hollywood, it's got Hollywood, California, it's got Beverly Hills, it's got all these very big name suburbs, very, it is a known industry. You have Burbank, you have Glendale, you name it, there is something there that has provided either entertainment or some sort of mass service to the nation writ large.
I think I
Um,
know what you're going to tell me, but anyway, go on.
uh, uh, I looked, and there is a whopping 5 persons named clinics, which is good, but 5 persons that kind of specialize in what she needs. So
Okay.
logic would mean uh, we're probably not going to go there. Now, um, luckily, Travis Air Force Base, it's still in California, is near Sacramento and San Francisco. And Travis Air Force Base uh, did provide treatment for her. So, my hope is we get stationed at Travis because, one, we know that there's care available for her. Two, even if there's no care available for her on the base itself, and the base is large, it's larger than Edwards, it's larger than Misawa. Um, when I mean large, it has more. It has a larger mission platform and larger squadrons, which means that it brings in larger. Which means that it requires larger resources. Um, uh, so the base is large. My wife has gotten care there. Two, Fairfield, which is where Travis is located in, is a fairly large city or fairly large town nestled in between 2 large cities, Sacramento and San Francisco.
Mhm.
Uh, so it stands to reason that I can say with some chest that if Edwards is a no, Travis is going to be a yes because there's already established care there. There's been proven care there. And
Okay.
then and then if Travis can't provide, there's 2 major cities that she can go to instead of the one major city that she would have to drive, you know, an hour and a half, and that's not factoring in Californian traffic. Um,
Yeah.
which, for those of you who don't live in the States, California traffic is notoriously bad. Uh, it doesn't matter how many highways there are, it doesn't matter how many off ramps there are, it doesn't matter how many byways there are. It's horrendous because everyone wants to live in Los Angeles, Sacramento, San Francisco. The 405, I think, if I remember that correctly, can be. I mean, you see it in like some movies where it's just bumper to bumper tail lights, red tail lights and headlights, going which way. It's it's a bit of a slog.
I can I interject?
Go ahead.
I've heard about, like, I had a friend who visited New York, and when the tradition in New York is as soon as the light turns green, you slam on your horn. It worries me, you know, in terms of traffic. So, um, I don't know. Is that a common thing where you're from, Hecht, or like?
It's not a common thing. It's sometimes like New York gets a bad rap, and I'll defend New
Uh,
York just this once, mainly because
I would
uh,
like to visit there, but yeah, like,
New York gets a bad rap because it's the city itself is was designed for a certain population, and unfortunately, like most big American cities, it has exceeded its population
uh,
tolerance.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
the same thing with Los Angeles. The same thing with any sort of major city that you could think of: San Diego, Sacramento, San Francisco. Um, I don't know if Denver and Colorado reached their tolerance point. I think they have. Boston, very much similar. Um, Dallas. I mean, any major city that you could think of. I think has either surpassed their population tolerance or are near it. Um, New York, being one of the older cities, has surpassed it far and above. Um, and it's tough for them because they have a 24-hour metro system. They have a 24-hour road system. They have a 24-hour airport. I mean, as far as I know, New York has. I don't know about any other major city, but I think New York is the only major metropolitan area that has 24-hour air, car, boat, and plane systems
Mm.
that's moving, you know, a cool hundreds of thousands of personnel every day. So it's not a sense of they're being rude. It's just, um, bro, I gotta go somewhere, kind of a deal. Um, uh, and a lot of people spend time in traffic, and that's the unfortunate part of having a society that is so dependent on car centric transportation.
Mm.
Um, and then again, the same thing with the subway system. I think New York is the only one that I'm aware of that has a 24-hour metro. Because Boston shuts down at 12. Uh, Japan shuts down at like Tokyo's subway system shuts down. I think the last trains run at 12 o'clock. Like you have to be on the train getting off at your stop at 12. Because if you're not, you're getting off at whatever stop that train is terminating at 12 o'clock. Um,
Mm.
uh, I think England's has a stopping point. I think London has a stopping point. If
I
I'm
wouldn't be surprised, but their services among, like their public transport services among the best
well, the
in
same
the
with
world.
the same with
Yeah.
Tokyo. Like Tokyo,
Yeah.
all of Tokyo's public transportations, their subways stop at midnight.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm. Hmm.
I discovered that because when I went
What,
to,
until when? Like what time?
I think they start up at 5.
Oh, it's only a 5 hour gap. That's not bad. Yeah.
Um, and I think the only reason why they stop at 5 is because of maintenance.
Right.
Um,
Well,
but
that makes a lot
also,
of sense.
also Tokyo's subway system is. I mean, Tokyo. People forget that Tokyo isn't just a city. It's like 7 different cities. It's a mega city. Like like
Yeah.
like New York has the 5 boroughs, and they boast about how big New York is. Tokyo puts New York to shame, um,
Mm.
because of
Hmm.
how large it is. Because you have Yokosuka, Yokohama, uh, uh, Shinjuku, Shibuya, Roppongi, Harajuku. Um, oh man, there's one more. There's Akihabara. Actually, there's more than just one more. There's Akihabara. There's Shibuya, or not Shibuya. Chobiya, which is where all like the imperial palaces and all the government centers are.
Yeah.
There's there's one more that I'm thinking of. But the stuff I'm uh uh it's where Tokyo Tower is. Fuck, what's that word called? But I'm not even just talking about wards, right? Uh, I'm talking about like this is a city within the city. Like the ward
Yeah.
itself could be considered a city. Um, and that's how big Tokyo is. Tokyo's massive. Um, and even when you get out of like the major metropolitan area,
The Minato.
yeah, the metropolitan area, the suburbs around like Tokyo, greater Tokyo area could be classified as cities as well, where it's just dedicated to just housing.
Yeah.
You know. Um,
Yeah. Yeah, the city where Tokyo Tower is Minato.
yeah, Minato. Thank you.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, but that's what I'm trying to get at is that
It's huge.
it's
Yeah.
it's massive. Um,
Yeah.
so there again, I think the reason why New York gets a bad rap is because they have decided to go the way of stress testing everything, and because New York is just one giant stress test. Um, uh,
Okay.
uh, and that's what they've gone. That's what they've gone with. Um, uh, but yeah, it's quite
Yeah.
interesting. It's certainly.
Kumarkle says car-centric cities are a literal nightmare.
Yeah,
Yeah.
car-centric cities are a literal nightmare. Los Angeles
Yeah.
is a perfect definition of a car-centric city. Yes, it has trains, it has a metro system, but realistically, if you look at Los Angeles, um, it has a fairly, I'm going to call it robust, but that's not the answer. That's not the word I'm looking for. But it has a very noticeable highway plan, um, which, yeah, the 405 is. Oh God, that's a nightmare.
What do you call your home state?
I call my home state Massachusetts. That's where I'm MEPS out of, and um, that's where I plan on retiring.
Okay.
Tokyo is proof that you can make a massive city that's fairly walkable. Yes and no. Tokyo is walkable. Tokyo is the mega city that is Tokyo is walkable. Your dogs are going to be barking by the end of the day.
Mm.
Um, you can get to where you're going. Uh, I walked from uh, my hotel in Jimbokucho to Shibuya, um, and that was oh God, I think that was like an hour and a half walk, and then I think I walked to Akihabara, which was like a 40-minute walk. Um, and yeah,
If you can walk as fast as I can at the best of times, that's pretty easy. What did you say? An hour and a half?
yeah.
It's about 10 kilometers.
Roughly.
Yeah.
It was I was cooked.
Yeah.
Uh,
I would be.
but yeah, you could walk it. You could walk. You could there. It's not like other cities where if you're on one side of the city and you don't have a car, you're never going to see the other side. Um, you can walk a majority of Tokyo. They have sidewalks. They have pedestrian walkway bridges. Um, if you can't get across a road, you can go under the road using the underway for the subways for the metros. Um, but again, like American cities, if you're if you're walking there, depending on the American city, there might be an area where you run into basically the wall that is the highway, and you're just like, well, I can't walk on the highway, otherwise I'm going to get clipped by a car going 70 miles an hour. Uh,
Mhm.
so there's that, right? Um,
Yeah. Definite problem.
walkable, I mean, you can take public transit and get all over the place without using a car. Yes, um, very much so, 100% true. It is a walkable city. Um,
I don't want to cut this short, but I do need to get to bed, my friend. So.
okay, well, thank you very much.
Hey, we got to follow. There you
Yeah,
go.
he just whispered me. Hey buddy, how are you doing? Hope the stream is amazing. So thank you, Streamerman 78. If you're about to ask if I am need overlays or followers or viewers, I'm going to ban you. The reason why I say that is because I've had a few Streamermans come onto my stream and ask that and follow and all that stuff and be like, hey, you want to commission my artwork and all that stuff? Please, please understand I've got everything I want. I have artists on tap that do that. So don't. I'm saying this because I've seen that name with other numbers and I don't want. I'm being overly cautious.
Bottom line is because I'm a moderator here, mate. If I see that kind of crap coming up in the chat, you're gonna get banned straight away. So
Yeah, thank you.
I drop the hammer straight away. So
Yeah, thank you. Like I said, I don't mind if artists join the channel and support the channel. Do not solicit commissions. I have my own hand-selected artists. I have my own hand-selected people that do my Twitch overlays and all that stuff. And what I don't need is to buy followers, buy viewers, or buy Prime subscriptions. I don't need any of that. One, because I'll get banned from Twitch, and two, it's illegal as all hell.
actually, to be fair, I don't think you really need to worry because this person or whoever it was, I've refreshed the user list about 3 times now, has fled from the channel.
Oh yeah, well it's because I probably told him that I don't need
You
that.
you basically said, put up or fuck off.
Yeah. Yeah, but anyway, I'm just leaving that spiel out there. I don't mind if I don't mind if artists come and join the channel. I am not asking for solicitations.
Yeah, but there's a right way to do it.
Yeah.
Like you get to know them and so,
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Anyway, Frere, I appreciate you for.
Oh man, look, it's just getting late, so I got to head to bed and get ready for work tomorrow. So
Yeah.
Appreciate the opportunity to hang out and see you again, man.
Yeah. I appreciate you joining. I will try and catch your stream a little bit. You stream a lot earlier than I do, and it's like right around my dinner time with the girls. So I'm just
Sorry,
like,
man.
as soon as I get the notification, I was like, God damn it!
I do. Oh shit. Sorry. Oh, that was a bot. Don't worry about that. You said you saw the one I just hit ban on.
Yeah. What did he do?
They're a bot, so I wouldn't worry about them. Actually, I recognize a few here. Do you mind?
Recognize a few bots in the chat.
Yeah.
Like who?
Like this donk person, they're definitely a bot. Ro is definitely a bot. Hades is definitely a bot. So is Darla and Ava. There you go.
Okay.
Gone.
All right.
I've seen them a lot in my own channel, and they just like hanging around. Oh, Donk 7, that's definitely one. They can fuck off. Oh, no, they go. Yeah. No, I've seen plenty of these in my time, and yeah, bots are just, they're filler. I don't know why they even put them in, to be honest.
It's probably because they're trying to garner views on their channel.
I don't even know if they have a channel. This is the thing. So.
Oh, this one sure does.
Donk 7, they can
no,
get stuffed.
ASMR. This one sure does.
Oh, the MIYU?
Yeah,
they're gone. So there's row 8, Hades. Yeah. I know I'm being a little heavy-handed here, but oh, they're already currently banned. That's all good. See, I did it on the first round. There you go.
Ah, look at that. Efficient.
There we go. We're getting rid of the deadwood, folks. We're getting rid of it. But bots are the bane of Twitch life. That's the problem, because they always throw shitty advertisements on the channel.
Yeah, but I don't want to
Would
keep.
you like?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Commissar Hecht, would you like to buy some views? I can give you guaranteed. No, sorry, I'll shut up.
No, no,
Get my
no.
point?
Yeah,
Those are the obvious ones.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Those are the obvious ones. But anyway, I don't want to keep you up. I don't want to keep you up any longer. So, I,
All right, dude.
ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that enjoy good gaming, Frere does. You do hell diving. You do. Um,
Uh,
you
and
do.
Stardew Valley at the moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Stardew Valley. You were doing Valheim. I'm just
On and
trying.
off.
I'm just trying to think of what
Okay,
else.
do you mind if I give myself a shout out?
Yeah,
Is that all
yeah,
right?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Shout out. All right, let me see if I
I
can.
don't know
Yes,
if
I
I.
can do.
I don't know if I. I don't know if I put in the command for that one just yet. But
I know it. I know it. I know it. It's all good. It's a Twitch command, so it's all good.
hopefully it'll actually kick it out.
There you go. Done.
Yeah. What's that command again? Is it SO and then the name?
And so if you want if you want exclamation SO, you got to set that in your bot.
Yeah, yeah.
Otherwise it's just backslash shout out. That's the
Oh,
Twitch.
okay. Okay,
Yeah.
backslash
Yeah.
shout out. Okay. I was like, I know I remember the command.
Yeah. There you go. But yeah, if I saw anyone raiding, I'd give them a shout out straight away. That's just courtesy, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so Frere is an awesome, awesome person. Low key vibes and low key streams. So please support him.
I'm a bit of a dick. Let's be honest. I'm a bit of a dick. So just don't hold that against me.
But you're a good one.
I appreciate it.
But yeah, so please support his channel and Frere. It is almost 22:30, almost 22:40, and I know 5 o'clock comes early for you. So
Yeah. Yeah, especially when I got a son that wakes me up at 1 a.m. All right, man. I will bid you adieu.
all right, good night.
I would say au revoir, but I don't know when I'm going to see you again, so I'll say adieu.
All right.
All right.
Yep. Good night.
Sweet dreams, my friend. See ya.
All right. I don't know why I'm getting flooded with stuff about Japan. Probably because I got Duolingo Japanese. Yeah. Of course I watch. And of course I'll watch like a sucker. No, 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 Quackable, you're a good man. You're a good man. But yeah, yeah, it's oh man. Oh, this PCS has been stressful, but we're gonna handle it. Let me just check my phone real quick. See what they're saying on Twitter. So Guacamole, what are you working on today? That's right. I need to do these Voxcasters. Night Gabi. So studies that show them. So studies show that microplastics are stored in the balls. Imagine what the mini. Imagine all the minis you could do with that. Oh man, that's fucking funny. Night goblins. All right, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, 3D print yourself a. Giving the new definition of 3D printing yourself an army. Gather round, people, wherever you roam. Squig, that Squig Raw will rise you. Still waiting on the bases for it's for Old World. Oh, okay, cool. Have grown and accept that soon you'll be drenched to the bone. It's no time for you is worth saving. Better start swimming or you'll sink like a stone. The times they are changing. Hello there. I appreciate the compliment, but I am not young. I am a venerable 37. A few more years and you might as well shove me into a dreadnought. You didn't deny handsome. I mean, handsome subjective. I thank you for the compliment, though. Also, microplastics are all over our body. We breathe, eat, and sleep. Microplastics is quite horrific. Is your study supposed to be? Is your study with college, Guacamole? I'm assuming, or are you just curious, like biology wise and like all that stuff? What brings you to my channel, Azrael? Asides giving me very lovely compliments. No, I was reading an article about it recently. Well, as much as the site allowed me, I didn't want to pay. Yeah, God, I hate background noise while painting. Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate the fact that you want background noise. Um, I will warn you, I may start singing. I have been told I sound like a tone-deaf goose, so I apologize if it puts you off your painting game. It has been said that I I know my singing voice is not as good as others. It's like the sonorous tone of a mating call from a moose. But I do enjoy singing when I'm painting. Yeah, but I don't like the fact that articles do that. I mean, I understand that a lot of digital, I understand a lot of old media, print media, and all that stuff. They're struggling trying to pay for um, like newspapers and all that stuff. So they put paywalls on their news sites and all that. But yeah, I don't. A proper noise marine. Well, again, I would like to think I have a decent singing voice, but I know that some people don't think I do. So I just keep myself honest about it. Like, hey, I am going to sing. You may not like my voice. And seeing as it's my stream, I'm going to do what the hell I want. And while I do care about what the audience does think, there's just some things that uh, as I do paint, um, and it is for like my mental health and my kind of soothing. It helps me soothe and calm. That's why. Oh, maybe we'll get Noise Marine minis with the new Emperor's Children release. Oh, 100% we will. If we don't, I will be shocked and chagrined. Soon, when the world's done spin, no telling who it's naming. Jump scare, I almost fell down. Oh, I'm sorry. They are a changing as congressmen, please heed the call. Don't stand in the doorway, don't lock up the hall. So he who gets hurt will be he who is stalled. This world outside raising will soon shake your windows and rattle your walls. For the times they are changing. Mothers and fathers throughout the land, and don't criticize what you can't understand. Your sons and your daughters are beyond your command. I am building a project actually that will stay in my squadron. And it's basically a celebration of our heritage. Um, we were the 35th Security Forces Squadron fought in Pho Trong Air Base in Vietnam, and we set up an air base, and we were called the Pit Vipers. And the Pit Vipers were uh, were responsible for calling in mortar fire, and were a heavy weapons team, or a lot of heavy weapons teams for um, the majority of the Tet Offensive and majority of the Vietnam War. So that's one of my projects. And then the other project that I'm doing are going away gifts. So that's the other project. And I'm trying to get this all done before all my stuff gets packed up, because I'm only probably going to have like a handful of things that I can keep here when I leave. So, kind of bad. But it's Astra Militarum Stormtroopers. So I bought Diablo 4 and I enjoy it. Well, that's good. I have not bought Diablo 4. I probably will not buy Diablo 4 until Blizzard gets their head out of their ass and stops being an awful company. But I'm glad you're enjoying it. I really am. Also, Diablo 4 needs to have paladins. Just saying. Like, you're literally ending the series and you don't have paladins or crusaders or anything? I tested the free trial and I was like, damn, this is a pretty good game. And yes, it does. Oh, it does have paladins. Oh, okay. All right. I thought they didn't. I thought they only had the wizard, the barbarian, and the rogue. No. Okay. I meant... It does need a paladin. Yeah, exactly. Any game, and that's the one thing is like okay, Blizzard Diablo 1 didn't have paladins, but they had warrior, wizard, rogue. Diablo 2 had paladins. Diablo 3 had crusader, which was basically a rename of a paladin, and Diablo 4 just doesn't have anything. Like, that's dumb. You're literally telling the end of the story, and one of the major factions of Diablo is the Xantarim and the Xantarim Faith and Necro Barb Source Rogue Druid. Yep. How you have Druid and Necromancer but not Paladin is beyond me. It's... No Zakharum indeed. Yeah. It's just... I'm sorry. Blizzard fumbled on that one. And the fact that it was released, what was it, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and they still not have introduced the Paladin, it just Nightfare, I appreciate you. The fact that they still have not introduced the Paladin is just, I'm sorry, it doesn't sit right with me. They'll add Storm Wizards. Oh, fantastic. I'm so glad they'll add Storm Wizards. Still no Paladin. I don't know. Wild. So when Diablo 4 finally gets when Blizzard gets its head out of its ass, and stops acting like a terrible company, and when when they add paladins, then I will buy Diablo 4. Until then, I'll take your word that it's a fun game. And that's another thing about Diablo 3 that I did not like about Diablo, that I'm kind of upset about, is that the story didn't go anywhere. Even Lord of Death, the story didn't go anywhere. Or not Lord of Death, but Angel of Death. The story didn't go anywhere. Because you're in the land of the druids, sorcerers because of the Haradrim. No, okay, so like I get it. I get it. There certain classes make sense. But you literally have the Zakarum uh fighting a war in hell with Tyrael, like um you have Anaris showing back up, playing Rock'em Sock'em Demons in hell. Like, uh, uh, there should be a paladin. Seeing Korast is so close yet off limits. It's annoying. Yeah, I know. Again, I just Diablo needs a paladin in the story. It makes the most amount of sense because if you really take a look at it, does the Zakarum are like, no, we need to end this. This needs to end. Sanctuary needs to be cleansed of all demonic infestation. Like, the Zakarum were there for a fucking reason. It's not like they disappeared. And even during Diablo 2, when some of the Zakarum fell, um, there are still loyal members of the high heavens that still worship the high heavens and all that stuff. That's why the Crusader exists. I'm painting Solo Auxilia right now. Oh, cool, cool. Are you painting the resin forge world, or are you painting the um or are you painting the what's it called? Are you painting the resin forge world, or are you painting the Horus Heresy plastics? There we go. Talking's hard. Okay, there's that. As far as I've seen in the story, Lily is the least hostile demon I've met. Lilith is the least hostile demon I've met. Both resin ones look better, but the plastic ones are easier to work with. Oh, okay. All right. Seems pretty chill. She's not chill. She's sending a message. She wants to basically end the war. Give me 2 seconds. I heard my phone go off. Oh, all right. Thought my phone was going off. It was just a silent alarm. I like Lilith. She brought back one of the best lesser evils. Oh, okay. So which evil did she bring back? Andariel, I want to say. Probably Andariel. Yeah, that's what I thought. Andariel. Yeah, Andariel she was a tough fight. She was a tough fight in 2, even as a paladin with like a bunch of resistances. The most feared of the lesser evils. Yeah, 100%. And changing. Duriel is the master of torment is back too. Oh, I hated him. His fucking ice nova abilities. Oh man, I hated him. Later be past. The old world is rapidly fading. Please the first one now will later be last. For the times they are a changing. Ball was a special oof. Yeah, Ball was tough. Ball was a tough fight. I kept on throwing those damn fireballs that were could take off half your health. And he had all those teleporting minions. Oh, that was a pain in the ass. Ball in his damn mana drain. See, again, I didn't have to worry about mana as much as a paladin. Dream 17.
Oops, my game crashed. Oh no.
How peculiar. What happened? I didn't see. I don't. Can't seem to relaunch. You probably have to exit out of it completely. Go to Task Manager, Guacamole, and try and clear it out that way. You may have to exit the Blizzard launcher completely. Oh, it's back. Strange. Okay, all right, good. I wouldn't know, but how heavy pants is just booty shorts with three strips of leather on my character's left leg. It's a transmog. I'll take your word for it. I'll show you. Okay.
Be gone a Birkin. She's been telling me all night long. Gasoline and groceries. This goes on and on. 9 to 5 ain't working. How the hell do I work so hard? Don't worry about my problems. I can take 'em when I'm gone. One, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Just another round, really plenty more. Just stepping on the table, you need a dance floor. Oh my, good lord. Someone have a double shot of whiskey. Jack Daniels got a history. Running on town near 5th Street. Everybody at the car getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. One. Left chat. Don't forget. Oh Lord. Shit AM. Shit again. Be a friend. Oh Lord. One. Here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Another round. We need 30 more. What you don't need a dance for. Sure. If you think it's that, Jack Daniels got a whiskey. Buddy downtown at 5th Street. Buddy at the bar getting tipsy. Buddy at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. One. Comes the 3 to the 4. It's calling. She's at the door. Ladies once more. Oh my. Good Lord. Buddy up, double shot of whiskey. Jack got a history. Down near 5th Street. Buddy at the bar getting tipsy. Got a double shot of whiskey. Jack Daniels got a history. Buddy at the bar shot of history. The bar getting tipsy. Buddy at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. That one's okay. That one could be fine. That one's okay. But, good for your caution. There's another man down. She's the drop dead stone cold killer.
I like I said, I'm doing okay. A little stressed about this PCS because we still don't know where we're going, even though we have an assignment. Right? It is not a guarantee that we'll get it, and so like I'm literally dependent on if Edwards is going to take my, is going to be able to give my wife the care that she needs. For somebody tonight, be famous, but you're gonna put you in a song that I write. You said your confidence budging at the 1975. I just wanna lose your love tonight. Last night I read out in the darkness, realized there's something I'll never know. You were decided to take for granted. You threw away the sequel. Last night I raved up on where we started. Send our love on the lost cause. It's rope for the broken-hearted. Must be why I feel so far. Since the day you left, learn to forgive but not forget. My heartache came and went, I still held on. Sitch in a bottle that hope you'll never find. It holds all of the remnants of the love we left behind. It's
It's my message in a bottle. Travel space and time. It's a story of the world that would have been with you and I. A message in a bottle. Last night I retraced the steps you'd taken, just to see if I could walk alone. We young, but I feel forsaken. If I felt so close, since the day you left, I learned to forgive but not forget. Out of my heartache came, when I still held on. It's a message in a bottle. I hope you'll never find. Holds all of the remnants of the love you left behind. It's my message in a bottle. Travels space and time. See the story of the world that could have been with you and I. Message in a bottle. Since the day you left, I learned to forgive but not forget. Although the heartache came, it went, I still held on. Sign off my regrets, I became the night you spent. Sincerely, I wish we never met, but here we are. It's my message in a bottle. I hope you'll never find. It holds all of the remnants of the love you left behind. My message in a bottle travels space and time. See the story of the world that would have been with you and I. Message in a bottle. of demons only bind me. I could lead you. I could read you. Mistakes told me. Go forward slowly. A race to the end. Look like yourself. Somebody else reading on the surface. You look like yourself. Someone else is really making me nervous. Angels being dicks, what a surprise. Well, I mean, to be fair, the Angels in Diablo have been fighting a massive war pretty one-sidedly. I mean, they got their shit kicked in Diablo 3. Meanwhile, some random mortals managed to defeat the Primevals and their legions multiple times. Yeah, I know. The High Heavens are not, like, their track record for getting the job done is pretty abysmal. Really, the only person that's been putting his finger on the scale at all is Tyrael. Tyrael. Granted, in Diablo 3, you were Nephilim. I mean, you're Nephilim in this one, too. You're Nephilim in Diablo 2. I think the only time where you weren't a Nephilim is Diablo 1.
I don't know if that's true. Were Nephilim or whatever. No, I think they were Nephilim. I think Diablo 2 they were Nephilim. Diablo 1 they weren't. Isn't every human a Nephilim? Yes and no. Uh, every human can be a Nephilim. It is not a guarantee that they are Nephilim, because Nephilim are specific humans that uh, Nephilim are specific humans that Nephilim are specific humans that have the ability to channel magic, to call magic towards them, or have like some trait of their mother or father, whether they're demonic or angelic. That's the difference between, because not every, because some bloodlines have been so diluted that they're just human. Other uh, bloodlines are more potent. Um, but in Diablo 1, you were just a regular human. In Diablo 2, that's when they introduced the concept of Nephilim. Diablo 3, they expanded upon it, and then Diablo 4, every anyone who has powers is a Nephilim. I'm getting distracted. Either way, Lilith is cool in my opinion. I mean, she she has a point. Every human was born out of sin, whether it was a mother angel or a father angel or or a father demon or a mother demon. That was kind of their shtick, right? Um, so it's it. She's not wrong, but she's also trying to bring the war to an end, which is kind of what she wanted to do at the beginning. But she wanted to basically let hell win and reign over Sanctuary. And that's when she got betrayed by Anarius. Because Anarius was like, if you let hell win, no one's going to live there. Like no one, Sanctuary will not be able to have humans. You know. Ah, I gotcha. Nice trying to try and put put views. Galissimo. Nice try. And Tussar. Nice Artasis. Nice try. Nice try trying to get bots into my chat. Good riddance. Nightbot, good on you for stopping that. Yeah, you blocked something that you should have blocked. Thank God. Thank God. I was afraid Nightbot wasn't going to work.
Places you know you now. Try not to fall under. Take a look around. It's no wonder how it came to be. Not the door of you and me. What not the eyes and what they see. Better off, I'm better off, I'm better. speed of light. If you home tonight. Right. Oh. Whew. A little bit of back pain.
All right. Oh, a little bit of rest in my eyes. I'm gonna stretch real quick.
I want to try and get these backpacks done as soon as possible.
Because then it's just the arms and then the guns, which is going to be fairly easy. Because that'll be assembly line quick. I hope it's not sciatica. Oh, sciatica hurts. Sciatica's not fun. All right, let me get up and stretch. What? What the? No, I. Oh my god. Hold on, guys. I need to mute this real quick. All right. I'm gonna be right back. I just got an email notification about the hotel that I booked with Booking.com, and um, it's saying that it's gonna cancel my thing. I don't know how, so I'm going to reply, and hopefully this stuff. So I'm gonna be right back, and I'll get back to painting.
Holy crap, crisis averted. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about leaving you guys like that quickly. So I got a message from Booking.com saying, "Hey, we're about to cancel your reservation for my wife uh, in Tokyo for Shinjuku because we can't confirm your payment." And good thing Google blocks external links because I couldn't find an external link. And the uh, the external link didn't populate because it says there's a potential for booking requests. Please confirm your identity on the link below. Um, but there wasn't any link, so these idiots didn't do the link. And I called the hotel directly because I was like, "Oh man, this doesn't sound good." And I sent them a screenshot not of the payment, not the bank not the actual like bank information, but the actual payment that I paid with Booking.com. So there was nothing useful there, and uh, uh, yeah, it just shows like the actual payment I sent to Booking.com, which was posted, and so I'm just sent that. And like the whole only reason why I had to panic and like switch over and call and all that stuff was because I this weekend, this upcoming, not this weekend, but the next weekend upcoming is my wife's big huge test, like no shit test, um, to get her LPN license, and she's been working really hard, and I don't want her to stress out. So I called the hotel. Luckily, there was a very lovely gentleman that spoke English, um, and was like, and I was like, I just got an email from Booking.com saying uh, my accommodation was about to be canceled, and they go, no, no, it's not. Do not reply to that. Which I unfortunately I did, but I didn't click any links because there was no links. Um, and So I went on Booking.com just to make sure, and uh, uh, oh, now what's it? Now what's it saying? Now I'm curious. Oh, it's probably not. It's probably now going to populate. Um, but yeah, basically, they were saying, no, that it got. We believe it got hacked, and please don't do anything. Uh, so I'm really glad that nothing happened. So, whew. And they've confirmed. That was that I was panicking for a second because I was like, oh my god, the one thing I needed to do to make my wife feel calm and comforted, made sure everything was good to go. Just, whew, yeesh. But anyway, what was I gonna do? Yeah, so they were saying it was might have been a hack. So, yeah. Anyway, let's see. Yep, those are painted. Those are painted. I got 10 more backpacks. I think I'm gonna call it here. Just um, I think I'm gonna call it here just because I'm a little tired and that hotel scare definitely put me off my game a little bit. Tomorrow I will paint. I'll have more time, and I'll finish the backpacks, and then maybe I'll start on the arms, and then over the weekend we'll pound out the rest of these, and then we still got 10 more stormtroopers we got to do. So we'll try and grind those ones out as well. I might just put them together. I mean, it took me 6 hours to do a freaking 10 of them together, and then the backpacks. But I might. It all depends, right? But I'm gonna grind these out, and hopefully, uh, yeah, hopefully this next weekend will. Because yeah, so that next weekend I gotta really grind out the rest of this because it'll be pack up time. I might ask for a few days just to be like, hey, I'm gonna be packing up my house. So, and then if we don't get a base, oh God, if we don't get a base by Tuesday, or if we're under selection, oh man, that'll be stressful. That'll be really stressful. Talking about some serious stress. That'll be really stressful. But anyway, I hope I hope that um, oh no. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the little bit of streaming that I did. Sorry that I can't do more, but like I said, that hotel scare definitely threw me off my game. Whoo! All right, let's clean these brushes, and then tomorrow morning we will attack. We will attack again, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow morning. Don't worry, we'll hammer it out, and it'll be good. It'll be good. Alrighty. Anyway, if you like what you see, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, join my Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Um, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.